Markets thrive on emotion: fear, greed, panic, and hope. Now fear dominates the narrative. Every headline screams about slowing growth, the Fed's uncertainty on interest rates, and whether the AI boom is already overhyped. Many investors are pulling back, hiding in cash, and waiting for clarity. But here's the truth Tom Lee of Fundstrat keeps repeating. The market never gives you clarity at the bottom. By the time the headlines turn positive, the easy money has already been made. Lee has built a reputation for spotting turning points before the crowd. In the depths of the pandemic crash, he urged investors to buy. When tech looked overheated, he pointed to secular leaders still undervalued. Today, with Wall Street gripped by volatility, he's highlighting 4 stocks he believes represent the best opportunities right now. These names are not speculative hype. They are profitable, growing, and deeply embedded in some of the most powerful trends of this decade: artificial intelligence, biotechnology, semiconductors, and data-driven decision-making. But here's the kicker. While most investors are sitting paralyzed by fear, Tom Lee is telling those who listen to take action. The question is, will you? Supermicro Computer SMCI, the AI infrastructure builder. When investors think of AI, they usually picture NVIDIA's GPUs. But without the servers, racks, and data center systems to deploy those GPUs, AI would remain theoretical. That's where Supermicro Computer, or SMCI, comes in. The company has carved out a vital niche, building highly customizable energy-efficient server systems that are now the backbone of AI infrastructure. In Q2 2025, SMCI generated $5.67 billion in revenue, a staggering 54% increase from a year before. While that number fell slightly short of Wall Street expectations, the bigger story is the demand pipeline. Global cloud giants, Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, are pouring billions into expanding data centers, and SMCI is one of the fastest suppliers in the world. Unlike legacy players like Dell or HP, SMCI's agility allows it to quickly integrate the latest chips, whether they come from NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel. The company is not without challenges. Margins remain under pressure due to supply chain and tariff headwinds. But management is already responding with bold moves, scaling U.S. manufacturing capacity and partnering globally. Its $20 billion agreement with Saudi Arabia's DataVolt to deploy liquid-cooled AI data centers signals SMCI isn't just keeping pace, it's helping shape the next phase of global AI infrastructure. Tom Lee sees SMCI as the quintessential picks and shovels play. Just like those who supplied miners during the gold rush, SMCI provides the essential tools. Whether one AI chipmaker wins or loses doesn't matter. Every player needs SMCI servers to compete. That's why Lee calls SMCI a cornerstone stock for anyone who wants true exposure to the AI boom. Vertex Pharmaceuticals VRTX, the biotech powerhouse. While technology dominates investor attention, Tom Lee reminds us that innovation is not limited to semiconductors and servers. In the world of healthcare, Vertex Pharmaceuticals is quietly building an empire of its own, one that could reshape how we treat disease for decades to come. In Q2 2025, Vertex reported $2.96 billion in revenue, up 12% year over year. U.S. sales grew 14%, international sales rose 8%, and the company reaffirmed its guidance of $11.85 to $12 billion in annual revenue. These numbers reflect the strength of its cystic fibrosis franchise, which continues to be the gold standard worldwide. But Vertex is not standing still. It's investing heavily into next-generation therapies. One of its most significant breakthroughs came in partnership with CRISPR Therapeutics, leading to the first FDA-approved gene editing therapy for sickle cell disease. This isn't just an incremental improvement. It's a potential cure, something previously thought impossible. On top of that, in early 2025, Vertex gained FDA approval for Jernavx suzetrigine, the first new non-opioid pain treatment in over 20 years. With the opioid crisis still devastating communities, this approval is more than just commercially significant. It's socially transformative. Tom Lee highlights Vertex as a rare dual powerhouse. Unlike smaller biotechs that burn cash-chasing breakthroughs, Vertex is already profitable and cash-rich, giving it the ability to fund ambitious research while maintaining a strong financial foundation. It offers investors both defensive stability and explosive upside potential. In a market where healthcare needs continue to expand, Vertex is positioned as one of the most valuable players for the long term. ARM Holdings, ARM, the chip architect behind the scenes. If SMCI provides the hardware for AI data centers, then ARM Holdings provides the blueprint that makes modern computing possible. Nearly every smartphone in the world uses ARM's chip architecture, but the company's reach is expanding rapidly into AI, automotive, and cloud computing. In Q2 2025, ARM delivered $844 million in revenue, with royalties jumping 23% year-over-year to $514 million. Its non-GAAP EPS was 30 cents, and operating margins neared 39%. Impressive numbers for a company that doesn't manufacture a single chip. Instead, ARM licenses its designs to other companies, collecting royalties each time a chip is built using its architecture. This licensing model is extraordinarily profitable and scalable, especially as global demand for efficient computing surges. ARM's designs are optimized for efficiency, a critical requirement in AI, where power consumption and performance trade-offs matter more than ever. Companies like Apple, Qualcomm, and NVIDIA already rely heavily on ARM's designs, and as AI workloads spread into edge devices, autonomous vehicles, and consumer electronics, ARM's relevance only grows. Tom Lee argues that ARM is one of the most underappreciated AI plays on the market. While investors crowd into NVIDIA and AMD, ARM quietly takes a cut from nearly every new chip that comes to market. It may not have the flash of a GPU maker, but its licensing royalties could become one of the most lucrative cash streams in the semiconductor industry. For long-term investors, ARM represents an elegant way to capture the entire semiconductor ecosystem's growth without betting on any single manufacturer. Palantir Technologies PLTR, the AI Software Command Center. The final name on Tom Lee's list shifts from hardware and design to software intelligence. Palantir Technologies is the company building the platforms that allow governments and corporations to actually apply AI in real-world decision-making. If SMCI builds the servers and ARM designs the architecture, Palantir is the command center where it all comes together. In Q2 2025, Palantir smashed expectations with over $1 billion in revenue, a 48% increase from the prior year. U.S. revenue climbed 68% to $733 million, with commercial revenue soaring 93%. The company raised its 2025 revenue guidance to $4.14 to $4.15 billion, up from its previous estimate of $3.9 billion, reflecting accelerating adoption. Its government contracts remain its bedrock, with massive deals like the $10 billion Army partnership and new work with the U.S. Space Force. At the same time, its commercial business is expanding rapidly as industries like healthcare, logistics, and energy integrate AI-driven decision-making through Palantir's Foundry and Gotham platforms. Palantir isn't just another software company. It has carved out a unique position by embedding itself deeply into mission-critical systems. For governments, it has become an indispensable intelligence tool. For corporations, it provides a competitive edge in analyzing massive datasets. Tom Lee sees Palantir as the AI operating system for both public and private sectors. With profitability, scale, and a wide moat built on trust and exclusivity, Palantir is positioned to grow as AI becomes an unavoidable part of everyday decision-making worldwide.